Hello friends, welcome to this step-by-step Julia tutorial. So Julia is a programming language that can be used for data science, and in this tutorial you will learn how to download and install Julia in your computer. So first of all you have to go to this website, which is the official website of Julia language, called julialang.org. I will provide the URL in the description of this video. Now here you can see that the Julia programming language is there. You can see the link of download and everything, and you can see some features of Julia here, that it is fast, it is dynamic, it is reproducible, it is composable, general, and most important, it is open source. So just like if you are familiar with something like Python for data science, Julia is also similar. And now we will see that there is a tab of download. So we'll click on that tab, and then you will see some current stable releases. So it's about September 23, 2020. And you can see we have Windows, Mac OS, generic Linux on x86, Linux on ARM, or FreeBSD based. So there are various operating systems listed here, and as per your computer's configuration you can click and install any particular version here. So as we have a 64-bit Windows 10, so I will click on this installer. You can also go for this portable version, so that portable versions are pre-installed. So you can take it on a USB stick and you can take it anywhere you want. But I am going to install this installer here. So as you can see, it's an executable file. The current version is Julia 1.5.2 here, and we are going to save this file. So it will take some time, so I'm going to pause this video and then I will resume it once the download is finished. So now you can see download has finished. I will click on the installer. I'm going to run this executable file. It was showing some warning because it's an executable file. I'm going to save this in my programs folder, local, and then programs folder. And you can see at least 437.3 MB of free disk space is required. Now it is asking to create a desktop shortcut and create a start menu entry. Just the basic stuff. There is nothing special here. It's a simple installation. You can see the various old versions here also. So if you want to install an older version, you can select from the list given there. On this website you will see some documentations also, and it will help you in getting started and various things like that. Again, if you will follow this tutorial, so I will explain everything in detail. Now installation is successful. You can do these things: open documentation, open Julia directory, or run Julia. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check these two things and finish. So here you can see we have the directory of Julia. You can see just like if you are familiar with installation of Python or some similar programming language, you can see some lib folder is there. You can see some includes. So you can see some header files here that we can import, and various other stuff is here. So And this is the interface of Julia. You can see it's more command line interface like IDE here, and you can see Julia is written here, and small cursor is blinking, and now you can write your code here. So now you can see this, and you can right click here and you can go to properties. If you want to change the font size, you can change the font size. You can change the font family also. So I will make it look a little bit bigger so that it is easily readable. Now it is very simple. The syntax is very simple. Let's say we have to write 3 plus 2 and just hit enter, and it will give you the sum of 3 plus 2. You can also write something like ANS, and then it will give you the answer. So whatever you did in the previous step, whatever equation you wrote in the previous step, so you can get the answer here. So in this part we discussed about installation of Julia, and we saw a simple we wrote a simple equation here, 3 plus 2, and you saw the answer. Now, as we always do, let's try to print hello world in Julia. There are several ways of doing that. So you can either write double quotes, open and close double quotes, and write simply hello world and press enter. This will print hello world in Julia. You can also use a print function here. So this print function takes this string as an argument, and you can write the string here, print hello world. So this is another way of printing that. The difference is when we wrote this string here, so you can see it was written as it is, but when we wrote this string inside this print function, so you can see it has actually given us the output. So this is the more proper way of doing this. Now in Julia there is another function called println, and this will also do the same thing. Hit enter. But now you can see in println you have a space of one line, you have gap of one line. So these are the ways, again this is just an introduction, these are the ways of printing something in Julia. Now there are many things that we will learn in Julia, like we will learn things like variables, what are variables, and how to declare variables in Julia, what are the different data types that are supported by Julia, and then how to run a loop in Julia, what type of loops are there in Julia, so and how to run the loop. And next thing is we will also see various type of operators in Julia, operators for mathematical operations, operators for logical operations, comparison operations, and things like that. So whatever stuff, these things you will learn in the next chapter, and I hope you will be able to successfully install Julia and run this much line of code. The next part we will continue with variables and declaring some values in variables.